Okay, y'all. Welcome into live. Hopefully, you will be able to see what I am doing. We are experiencing wind and a lot of stuff with these little storms, and so I have limited, very limited light here. So what I'm going to do is I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know what type of look I'm going to do. There's a good possibility that I may just do something smoky and brown, but we're just going to go ahead and see. Let me turn. First thing I always do, always, is I use my spoolie brush, and I'm going to show you, if you don't know what a spoolie brush is, what a spoolie brush looks like really quickly. I have several of them, um, but I can't seem to find one of them. Hi, it's two people in here. Welcome. I'm looking for my spoolie brush so that I can do something with these eyebrows. And there we go. This is a spoolie brush right here. And so what I do, as you can see, I've already got my treatment for my eyes already on my eyes, because I do have very sensitive skin, and everything, welcome in, seems to break it out. So what I'm looking for really quickly right now is and I usually do this before I get on. I don't know what the world I was thinking about, but I do. I usually do this before I get on. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Bear with me real quick while I reach down here and get my other makeup bag, because I have plenty. And what I'm going to do is I always put my primer on first. Reason being is because if I don't put the primer on first, hey, dominant man, welcome in. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm using an e.l.f. HD. It is an e.l.f. poreless putty, and it is just a primer. And it's very light. I put this on my skin to ensure that my makeup does stick. Okay. For you all who don't know, I have been doing a lot of videos on TikTok, and it's so crazy. I want to go show a palette that I have, and the palette is a Pride palette, beautiful palette. Um, and all I said was that I was heterosexual, and I got suspended off of TikTok. So guess you just have to watch what you say everywhere you go. And what I said is, it is a Pride palette. Um, I said I'm heterosexual. I I said to each his or her own. And before I knew it, I was kicked off. They looked at it as harassing and bullying, which it was not. That's not what I was doing. So what I'm going to do, since I put my primer on, I am going to use a piece of tissue, and I'm going to kind of wipe my eyes right here just to make sure that my eyebrows didn't get any oil around them. Sorry about the light. As I said, y'all, we are experiencing some windstorms and rain and stuff, and so the electricity went out on one side. So, and this happens often. So I just have to wait and see when my son wakes up. Yep, he sleeps this late. Um, and see if I can get him to turn it on. I've got to sharpen this. So, what have you been up to, Dominant Man? What have you been doing? What's been going on in your life? I usually do not do my lives like this, but I am going to go ahead and do this one like this because I've already started. I usually do it in a whole different direction. Um, what have you been doing? What's been going on with you? Please don't break. So I sharpened this, and I'm going to get it really close so y'all can see me. I'm just trying to shape my eyebrows. I don't have any eyebrows as a result of getting them plucked and shaving them and all that kind of stuff. So my eyebrows are very thin. They are very thin. But I tend to do pretty good in shaping them and painting, coloring them in. And this is just a Simmer Brown pencil by Wet n Wild. It is my absolute favorite. Um, I love this pencil because This is brown and it really looks black. This is like a really, really dark brown, but I can't use black because black is just so shocking. Black works better for those who are like Armenian people can do black. Some Hispanic people can do the black because they have that really black hair. I don't. I have my hair is actually my hair color is blackish brown, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the black, the brown. I'm sorry, the simmer brown works for me. So that's why, that's why I use simmer brown. What I do is I kind of thin this out. I really need that electricity on. I might need my son to flip the switch to kind of get us back in order, but I don't know if he's woke yet. Because you all in this live, you're gonna hear a lot of things. You're gonna hear a baby, my little nephew. You're gonna hear a bird, the parakeet, tweet tweet, and you're gonna hear some little dogs and some big dogs because we have little and big dogs. My mother-in-law is an avid pet lover. And so we do have quite a few dogs. Okay, so I've done that. I've got my primer on. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX Corrective Concealer. And this is just a concealer that I use to clean up, excuse me, to clean up my eyebrows. This is my concealer brush here, flat. See how it's flat? Y'all, I'm very, very particular. I clean my brushes every single day. Every time I use them, I clean them. So the plan after I do this look is to do another one either on TikTok or Facebook tonight. So what I'm going to have to do is clean my brushes. And what I do when I do two looks in one day is I use this. This is an e.l.f. brush cleaner. It has like a real scratchy type of sponge, and it just cleans during usage for you. I need that light on. God knows I do. And I'm just cleaning under the bottom of my eyebrows. I'm just getting kind of close so y'all can see. I really don't like to be so 3D up in the camera, but I do want you to be able to see what it is I'm doing. And then I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to fill in the eyelid like so. I was experiencing a really bad rash, I guess you can say, or really bad skin condition. And honey, it was bad. I did get in touch with my doctor and they put me on like a topical steroid. And when I tell you it cleared up that eczema that was right here, I had eczema so bad and it cleared it up. So I'm thankful to God for that. But I still have the issue with my lids, but it's not as bad. I can't use the steroid every day because the steroid has a tendency to dry my eyelids out. So what I think I'm gonna do is an orange, dominant man, an orange and a black look, actually, and not black, brown. So hold on a second while I reach back here and get this palette because this particular palette, I think, is the only one that has a whole color of orange. So let me just reach over here and get it really quickly for you. Let's see. This one. And I have some golds already. I think I gave my other orange palette away, but this is about as orange as I can get. And it'll actually match with what it is that I'm trying to do here. This sweater that I have on is something crucial. It kind of falls off your shoulders, and I didn't know that when I bought it because I sure wouldn't have bought it. This ain't my style. Okay, so I've got though got that part put in. The only other thing that I need to do is I need to clip my hair back because my hair is in the way, and I've got a cute little barrette. I actually have a leopard one, but I really like these. So we're gonna pull the hair back. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna go in with is my concealer. Excuse me, and I am looking for a actually I'm going to use e.l.f. today. My e.l.f. concealer. Excuse me, my voice has been cracking like this for a while. My husband actually bought me some cough drops, and I don't see them over here. I tell you, you know what? I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I promise you. I would. I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. So anyway, I'm going to take this brush. I call this my packer. This is my brush that I use for just making sure that whatever it is that I put on my eyelid before I put on my color, primer, this is to make sure that everything is packed into my eyelid. The reason for this is to make sure that I have a hooded eye. So with a hooded eye, you have the tendency to have a lot of creasing. And I don't want that creasing specifically right here. And I don't want that creasing. So every time I put on a concealer of any type, I do that. Now, I said I was going to use my e.l.f., but I do like my Tarte Shape Tape because it's real good. That's just all to it. It's a really, really good concealer. It's kind of expensive, but it is good. And so I'm going to use this to go ahead and put under my eyelid, just like so. Make sure we get it good and put under here like this. Just like this. And then you can go under here too. I go under here too. Because I know that I'm going to, and oftentimes it's so crazy, I do wash it off, but at least I went under there and made sure that it was covered. Okay. Going back in with my packer brush again, because we need to make sure that concealer, and I kind of go here first, and then I do this, just to make sure that it's packed into that skin. And after we do this on the other side, I'm going to show you another thing I do to ensure that your eyeshadow goes on correctly. Now, I think when I went to the doctor and I got the steroids, I think I'm experiencing some, I don't know what that message was. I think I'm experiencing some eczema, even right in here, because I've seen some spots. And it's crazy because I have had a bout of eczema, but it had went away. But it does go away and come back. I think because I've started to do makeup, and I do videos, that what I've actually done is kind of dried my skin out. And so that's the reason why I have that. But it's okay because every day now, what I do when I take off the makeup, I have a whole regimen. Now, I had a regimen before, but the regimen that I have now is pretty extensive. When I take off my makeup, I take off my makeup with a product called Abilene. Abilene is an old school beauty moisturizer. It's made with, I believe, mineral oil and Vaseline, a type of Vaseline. And what ends up happening is it when you use it, it takes off all of your makeup. And so I use it, and then I take a wipe from Plain and Makeup by Yolanda, because I do, that's the only wipes I put on my face. And I use it, and then I take my makeup off that way, and I have a lot of moisture in my skin. I also have started using a moisturizer at night when I wash my face. I use Cetaphil, and once I use the Cetaphil, immediately after, I put a moisturizer on my face. Now, my face was for a long time, my skin for a long time and my face was oily, but the change in seasons have made changes with a lot of things. So I've already done that. I'm going to clean off this brush because we might need to use that again. So we want to make sure it's good and clean. Clean off at this brush, and I'm going to sit it right here. And then what I'm going to go in with is what we call a, it's called a, it is called a, Lord, what is this called? It sets the eye up for the color. Huh? This is my transition color that I'm using right here. And this is pretty. This is a transition color, and it kind of, we don't want to go up too high. We just want to stay like right here for the transition color, okay? And I'm using the transition color out of a generic LA Girl, just an LA Girl palette. I'm sure this one has a name. This one is called Foreplay. That's what it's called, Foreplay. So what I think I'm going to do is a smoky eye with some gold in it. I've been seeing some really, really pretty smoky eyes, and so I want to do that. And as you can see, I'm patting that in there. Now, that's the thing with transition colors. They don't have much color. They're just there to help you transition the color that you are going to use onto your eyelid, okay? So we're just doing that. And then we're going to get our other palette. And the other palette I'm going to use is going to be a high maintenance. It's called the company is High Maintenance Cosmetics. This is a self-love palette that I'm going to use because it has a black that's not really, really harsh. Because what we don't want to do, I don't want to get all the way up there with my black. Whenever you're doing makeup, understand this right here should be the darker. As you get up, it should be lighter. There shouldn't be dark up here. I'm just telling you, it shouldn't. It's each his own, but it really shouldn't. So we're just doing this to set this transition color in place, and I'm done with that. So we're gonna put that there. Now I'm gonna reach for my, I think it's over here. It ain't. And if I can't find it, I'm gonna have to use another palette because I need a black. I need a black. And this one I didn't want to use. I love playing in Makeup by Yolando, but that black is a little bit darker than what I wanted to use. I wanted to use, oh, here it is. I caught myself cleaning up my stuff, and when I cleaned up my stuff, I kind of hid this one. It's a tiny one. Hey, how are you, love? So this is called, I love this little palette. This is a high maintenance self-love palette. And you're gonna see when I open this up why I love it. It is so cute. And it's a self-love palette. So matter of fact, this might be the only one I use today. I'm using Persist right there. That's Persist. And so I'm gonna get myself a good brush that is going to allow me, here's one right here. See that little angle brush? That is going to allow me to do that black. That's a black out of the out of the Self-Love palette. We have already used our transition color. I'm gonna just use this as a, they sell, you know what? It's a small company. And you can go to highmaintenancecosmetics.com. I'm going to tell you the story. What happened is when I first got into doing makeup and wanting to do videos, what happened is I was watching a video and the young lady was using a palette, and I thought the colors were so pretty. And for self-love, I mean, who wouldn't want a palette that helps us with self-love or that speaks of self-love? And so I inquired about it, and I know the last time I checked, because my friend wanted one. They were out of stock. But I would go to highmaintenancecosmetics.com, I believe. I believe it's highmaintenancecosmetics.com, and I would check it out. To be frankly honest with you, it's a small company. This is the only palette that they have on their website. They do have lip gloss and lipstick and eyelashes, but I'm gonna tell you something. I got like a 30% off on this, and I got the palette, I got a pair of lashes, and they gave me glasses for free. So I like when you can go somewhere and you can buy something good that it is that you like, but they also give you extras. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to come back. So the last time I went back, they didn't have another palette. Like I said, it is a small company, and I don't know if it's up and coming. I actually reached out to them to be one of their promoters, or they, in the makeup world, they call them dolls, and sometimes they call them uh, queens and all that. And I reached out to them, but they never got back in touch with me. But I'm just going to be patient. It's going to come. It's going to come. Because the one thing I do know is that I have gotten much better than what I was before. So, what we're going to do with this black, I wish I had more light. Y'all, the electricity went out. California is about to have a storm. But I think that this electricity is just too much electricity being used in a house, and so it pulled it. So, but y'all can see it, so that's a good thing. I'm just doing a little smoky eye. Uh, I love smoky eyes. The problem with smoky eyes is this right here, black. If you don't blend that black out, you know what? They probably can't afford to. Exactly. And so all I do, to be honest with you, I'm being very patient. And in addition to that, I just keep uploading I don't know if you even go on Facebook, but I do reels. And in my reels, I do makeup reels pretty much every day. And in my makeup reels, whenever I use somebody's product, I name it. Everything. I'm talking about Wet and Wild. I'm talking about high maintenance. Whatever it is I use, I name it because it's good to name it. So y'all see how I kind of blended that black out, because the one thing we do not want to look like nobody's raccoon. You see how I blended it out? Now I blended this out a little bit more than I did the other side, which is usually the case with me. But what we're going to do is just take our time and blend the black out. If you ever put on black, oh, excuse me, black, let me get some water. If you ever put on a black eyeshadow, please, please, please make sure that you blend it out. If you don't blend it out, you're going to have some problems. What we're going to do is we're going to do a smoky eye. I was going to go with a smoky eye with brown and some glitter, but I'm going to get real grown, honey. I'm going to do a smoky eye, and I'm going to put some brown on top of that, and then I'm going to put orange on top of that, and then I'm going to do the highlight. I know it sounds like I got a whole bunch of room, and I don't. I don't have a whole bunch of room, but I'm going to make it work. And so I'm just patting this. My method is more like a pat and move slowly. Sometimes I do the circular motion, but I can't do windshield wipers. Oh, yeah, honey, I always sound real grown. Always. Real grown. I've been here a long time, so I always sound real grown. Yes, ma'am. So we've got that the way that we want it. So what I did is when I first started, I had this as my transition brush. So because I have this as my transition brush, I actually can use it for my orange. Now the orange out of the high maintenance palette, this is it, is called Passion, okay? And so we're not using that yet. We're going to go in with brown on top. We're going to go in with Forgive on top. We're going to put that right there and get another brush. And we're going to go in with Forgive on top. And I don't see my round brush. Sometimes when you're doing, there it goes. There's my round brush. This is a model brush, y'all. This is a BMX. Yeah, they call them BMX. And this is a detail brush. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into Forgive, not Passion. I don't know why I keep wanting to go into Passion. We're going to go into Forgive. This is a high maintenance palette. It's a little bitty palette, But it's a beautiful palette. Thank you all for the likes. I appreciate it. This is the Forgive, and it's a brown. And what I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna take this brown and I'm gonna put it right here. Can y'all see that? How I'm doing that brown? Now we don't worry, honey. We're gonna smooth this out. We ain't gonna leave this looking like raccoonish. As a matter of fact, Carol is being grown and moving too fast. Hold up. I forgot one thing, and this is not good when you're trying to call yourself teaching. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There's a brown that I use. And I'm always dropping something. Nope, that's not it. Here it is right here. When you're doing a smoky eye, I got to tell y'all, when you're doing a smoky eye, you always, always, always want to go over your smoky eye with a brown as not to have it so shocking, okay? So what I do is, did I put it back in there? I know you lying. Child, hold on. I didn't grab these two. These are Wet n Wild, and they are amazing. This is what I use. It's called Blush Nudes by Maybelline. It's amazing. And it has a brown in here. And the brown has like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flakes in it. I don't know if y'all going to be able to see it because of the light. But that one right there, it has literally like pink flakes in it. It's a brown, but it kind of gives off a soft, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put that right on top of that black, only just to tone down the black so that we don't have a raccoon look. Because that's what we don't want. We don't want a raccoon look. We want it to be blended nicely. And I got to use a little bit more. We want it to be blended nicely on that black, just so that it can incorporate with that brown real good. And actually what we can do, because we're using this right here, to do the brown and kind of pull that black out, we actually can continue to use the brown up there. The only issue is if you wanted to, you can do that. See how I'm doing that? Y'all, I love like a sharp look right here. But baby, when I tell you that Carol D. Jackson, me, myself, and I, has the most sensitive skin on the face of this earth, I'll tell you no lies. Honey, when I use tape, I break out. And the tape, I will have a tape mark on my face. So anything with adhesive, I can't do. I just can't do. When I go to the doctor and they draw blood, honey, they can't even give me a Band-Aid. They got to give me surgical tape. So what I'm doing is I'm moving up here, up to that brown. And as you can see, it blended it out. It's dark though. Because I'm not as wonderful as I'd like to be, I'm working on two eyes. I did last night on TikTok do one eye and then went to the other, and it turned out pretty good. But I don't want to do that. I want this look to be right. Lord Jesus, I wish my son would wake up so he can go and flip the switch. Because, honey, I am struggling with this light. I have a light over there, and I have a light on my ring light. I like light, honey. I likes to be able to see. I can see, but not as well as I'd like to. So when he gets up, he's still sleeping. And y'all know he's not a lazy child. He just doesn't get to sleep a lot. He's not lazy at all. He's a wonderful, wonderful young man. All right. So we're going to take this. This is called a crease brush or detail brush. And we're going to kind of just blend this out right here at the top. Blend it out. Blending is so important. I don't care what nobody tell you. Blending is so, so important. You have to blend. If you don't blend, you're going to have sharp edges and you're going to look crazy. I'm just telling you the honest to God truth. So we did it right there, but with the crease brush. But the reality is we need a fluffy brush that's going to give us a good, sharp blend. This is about as fluffy as we're going to get today. This is the BMX shade brush. And so we're going to use this right here and get them harsh ends off. Okay? And you see how I'm doing like a patting, moving and doing like a patting motion. Y'all, that's what works for me. My eyes are so sensitive. Some of these brushes that I use, I can't even use because they scratch my skin up. That's sad, huh? My mother-in-law bought me a beautiful, beautiful brush set. And y'all, it's so soft. It works amazing. And I've been using it. And so those brushes did well. They didn't, they don't irritate my skin. Some of these brushes, baby, and I'm talking about brushes from the people who charge you good money for brushes. I'm talking about them folks that be trying to charge $15 and $20 for brushes. Yeah, their brushes a lot of times can break me out. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use one of the brushes that my mother-in-law gave me. Here's one. And we're going to use the orange. I know I have orange on that right there, but I'm not going to be able to use that because if I do, that other brush, I'm going to go up too high. That's Passion, the one I've been dying to use. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is lightly, lightly, put Passion here because we want to blend that Passion in right there. But we don't want to go up too high because if we go up too high, we're not going to leave any room for our highlight. And honey, we have to have a highlight. Actually, that orange is on top of that brown, and that looks cute. Just giving us a little smoky eye. And I'm going to do a smoky eye probably with a nude lip. There's another orange in here. It's an orangey red. It's called Inspire. We're going to use that to see if we can get an even oranger look. Oh, yeah. We sure did, honey. So much so that thing looked red. Look at that. Y'all, I done made a red. That was not my intent. But how about I'm leaving it just like that? My favorite highlight for the brow, I like anything that is gold. I like off-white. I like iridescent, but I only like iridescent with blue looks and purple looks, the colors that the iridescent kind of give off. I don't like I said earlier, you know how people sometimes, like, I don't like dark up there. To me, dark like this right here is almost too dark for me up there. But honey, I made it, so I got to deal with it. Baby, I did not mean to even do this. So we done made us a color, and that's okay, because guess what? We're going to work with it. So I've done that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my highlight pencil. I only use a pencil to highlight. Because it's real thin and you have to be able to get up there. All right. So this is my pencil. This is a old BH Cosmetics 105 pen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the highlighter out of my Blush Nudes. I don't know what the name of this is right here, but we're going in with that one. I'm going to use that one because I don't want it too shocking, okay? And honey, that thing got some serious fallout, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. Maybe it is too old, too. I've had that palette a while. I really have. You hear the dogs? And so there's a highlight. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to, you see how that kind of looks harsh? I'm going to make that look a lot better. I don't want it to be harsh. And what I do is I just tap up and down. Tap up and down while I'm kind of smoothing this out. Honey, we done made us a cranberry smoky eye. That's what we done. This is a darn cranberry smoky eye. Y'all see how I did that? Pretty, huh? That's pretty. I like that. Sometimes I have to look up here, y'all, because I got to make sure it's blended right because I don't want to be deceiving my own self. I'm going to go in with this one right here as well, which has like a little gold to it. Only because I like that, but I do want a little gold. Now I couldn't have went into the I'm gonna tell you who got the best gold in my opinion. Um, Warrior palette by Jubia. Baby, it's an older palette, but baby, them golds in there, they mean business. Them golds in there mean serious, serious business. So what I do to make sure that it's smoothed in and right, I just pat y'all. See? See how pretty that looks? Pretty, pretty, pretty. And because I did use the gold, I'm going to put some down there because I always do here with whatever my highlight is. And I just blend it. Blend it in with my pattern. Okay, y'all? Y'all see that? Okay, now, there is a problem because I'm picky. And that problem is this. I can't stand the way that look right there. So I always take my Plan and Makeup by Yolando, and hers are so big. I don't use the whole one. I don't need the whole one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my scissors and cut this in half because the one thing about it is I'm not about to be wasteful. Her wipes, Plan and Makeup by Yolando, to me, my opinion, are the best wipes on the market because they're huge and they have oil in them. At first I was like, I don't like them, they're too oily. When my skin started drying out, I see why she put oil in them. So then what I'm gonna do right here, see how it's right here? I'm just gonna wipe that up. Now it's not as clean as I want it, but at least it doesn't look messy, okay? And then when I go back to put on my foundation and stuff, I will fix it. I don't know who keeps texting me. Please knock it off. Okay, I'm looking up here and I don't like the, so this is a pencil pen too. See how it's pointing? So I'm gonna use that gold that I had. I need a bigger pen to get up here, up in here. A bigger brush, I'm sorry, to get up in here. Because I want that to pop all along here. Okay, y'all. See that? And I don't like this looking messy. Sometimes you can have the cutest look, but if your makeup right there look toe up, and I try very hard not to be like, her makeup is pretty, but I find myself doing it a lot of times, even with weaves and stuff, because y'all know, not weaves, but y'all know I used to wear lace fronts. Don't look at my hair, babies, because it need to be twisted. I'm doing it tomorrow, okay? But I don't know if you all have seen Vivica Fox on Lifetime. Vivica Fox has obviously an agreement with Lifetime, and I congratulate our sister because, honey, whatever agreement it is, she being paid pretty. I'm telling you right now, she is being paid pretty because she has so many movies on Lifetime. But she need to tell them not to let her hair be looking like that. She need to tell him I'm not having it. Y'all need to do something better to my hair. I make too much money to be walking on these movies looking. Okay, sometimes they may want her to look wholesome. I can understand it, but you don't have to have her hair looking like that. Forgive with our brush, and we're just going to go on top of here very, very lightly like we did the other one. This right here is some potent stuff, honey. That's the one thing, too, about that Forgive palette. It has good pigment. And they are all matte. There are no glittery or shimmers. They're all matte, but they show up amazingly well. So I got that brown right there. And sometimes, y'all, you have to go back in and refresh your colors. So if you do, don't think anything about it. What did I use? I think I used a fluffy. No, this is a detail one. I believe I use this one right here to kind of blend that brown out. Yeah, and this is the way I do. I just go basically like that, to make sure it is blended in appropriately, looking like the other side, trying not to get up too high. Because right here, I'm going to have to go back in there and reinforce the brown. But I'm going to do it after I do this. All right, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that brush, this brush right here, and just so that I can make sure that I get the right look, I am going to put passion on top of that because I don't want to just go right in with inspire and it not be the same color. I got to use the same concept that I used in the beginning. Look at that. That almost looked red. That's how it turned out red, or a reddish orange, I guess I should say. Then I'm going to go into the Inspire. This is in Inspire. And this is the one that's going to really make it red. That's the one that did it. Look at that. So, how was everybody's New Year and Christmas? I pray that everybody had a good New Year and a good Christmas. I did. It was very quiet. Thanksgiving, I had COVID again. But thank God I'm doing well. I'm doing a lot better than what I had. We're going to use this one again because they're both red. Um, Doing a lot better. Having some problems with my back, but God is good. Um, I had a car accident some years ago, and this back is troubling me. And I ended up running out of my pills. I asked my doctor before she went on vacation, but honey, she was thinking about going on vacation. She didn't want to deal with no patients. And I kind of can feel her. But she back now. I think that was a text message for my medication, but we'll see. We will see. We're going back with this one. Remember, we used the this one and then we followed up with that one. And this is the Blush Nude palette by Maybelline. So y'all, one thing I like to tell you is that I use high end and low end, and I use them together. One of my favorites, low end, honey. I love Elf. As you notice, I use Elf. I use their primer, cause honey, I like, uh, I like Elf. Sure do. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of blend this out, cause what we don't want is sharp edges, right? We want our edges to be blended out real good. And like I said, I take this brush and I do like so. And then we're gonna go in with that gold that's in the Blush Nudes. Y'all should get this palette. I'm telling you, I did a nude look. You can see it on my girl. I'm on so many TikToks and stuff. You can see it actually on my YouTube. It is a beautiful look that I did. And for some reason, I don't know why um, they aren't allowing me to be paid for it. I didn't play any music. You know what? These people, I'm telling you, like I was saying when I first came on earlier, I'm on YouTube because I need to come here and see y'all. But let me tell you what TikTok did to me. I've only been able to go live on TikTok for 1 week. TikTok literally banned me. They suspended my live. Y'all know why? Because I showed a palette, and the palette I showed was a Pride palette. And all I said was, it's a Pride palette. It's absolutely beautiful. It has, I think I said, 5 mattes and 6 shimmers. It's beautiful. 7 shimmers and 5 mattes. It's beautiful. I said, it's a Pride palette. I'm heterosexual. To each his or her own. Baby, I was gone. They blocked me for that. And they said that it was bullying that I was doing. I don't know how I was bullying because I was saying to his or her own. That's not bullying. So I appealed it, but they said in the guidelines that anything that can be misconstrued or could cause people to have their feelings hurt, I don't understand why that would cause people to have their feelings hurt. The bottom line is if you're, if you are who you are, that's what I'm going to say, out of respect for people. If you are who you are, or if you are who you believe you are, then you rock it and don't worry about what anybody else says. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But honey, them people got me out of there so fast. I still can go live, but I can't go live. I can't host a live. A week ago, they did the same thing to my sister. Now, my sister be saying stuff sometimes. She'll say stuff that is kind of questionable, because she got regurgitation of the mouth. So she'll say stuff. But when they did that to me, I was like, I know you lying. I couldn't believe it because I really didn't say anything that merited them taking my stuff from me. I really didn't. I was shocked. I said, this is crazy. So she was like, my sister was like, I don't know why they did that. I said, I do. They thought I was mocking. And it's so crazy because you know what? People who are transgenders mock. People who are gay mock. People who are heterosexual mock. I was not mocking. All I said was to each his or her own. And I meant it. And I meant it I still mean it today. But I know that I can't say that on TikTok. But at the rate they going, if they keep on messing with me, I'm not going to fool with TikTok because guess what? I don't get paid off of TikTok. I do, however, get paid off of YouTube and Facebook. And maybe I need to stay in my lane, okay? Because that doesn't make sense. If you're unable to say something like, to each his or her own because of their sexual preference or whatever, that's pretty sad. Y'all, I'm going in the Warrior palette and kind of fixing this up because I told y'all, first of all, I love the golds in the Warrior palette. And you're going to see why. When I finish doing this, you're going to see why. Y'all see that? See how that popped? And it's not even a gold. It's actually, this is a Warrior palette. It looked real nasty. I've had it a while. That's this one right here. This one. It is called Amina. My cousin's name is called Amina. Amina. It is called Amina. So I'm just going to go right here. Kind of fade that out and bring it down because we wanted to. Now, I told you all, when you do your makeup, you got to make sure that you go back and you fix up stuff that you mess up. Like I got to use my pencil for my eyebrow because I messed up my eyebrow. But in addition to that, y'all see how it faded out the brown and the red? We're just going to reinforce it again. This right here is the pen that we, a pen. This right here is the one that we use brown with. But I'm going to use it because I need something. Oh, here's an orange one. Here's the orange one right here. And I'm only going to use Inspire because I like the way that the Inspire kind of pops that red. And then we'll put brown on top of it. We're going to just lightly brush that. Y'all see how that popped up real quick? This is out of the high maintenance palette. Bear with me one moment. It's hot as heck up in here and I need to turn on my fan and turn it toward me. Oh, it probably ain't gonna come on. Oh, it's hot up in here. Jesus. I should have opened up my window. That's okay. I'm gonna bear with it. I could put on the tank top, but I'm not gonna have y'all waiting too long. Okay, so I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was setting up. I was trying to think about everything, and I guess I didn't. So I got that. But the next thing we're going to do is that shade pencil right here. We're going to go into the Blush Nudes by Maybelline. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that brown that we used down here to kind of reinforce this pretty red right here. And it takes it from a red to something else. Look at that. It took it from red to a nice little brown. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back in and we're going to put some red on it because I was feeling that red. I think y'all was too. Sorry. I can't put lip gloss or nothing on my lips when I'm doing a live. I just can't because I talk so much that my mouth gets yuck. Hey, Danny. Welcome in, love. Welcome in. What'd you do for the new year? How's your new year going? Is your new year going all right? I hope so. I hope that everybody that comes in here is having a great new year. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I got to pull back and look for myself because I got to make sure it's blended really good. Okay. Now, y'all gonna say, she's so backwards. I'm going back in with the orange. We're not gonna put no color from out of the palette. We're just gonna look at that. I didn't even go in the palette. It's what's left on the brush. And it's pulling that, making that brown turn into like a nice little red brown, okay? I might have to get a little bit for here. There we go. Anybody? Make sure don't nobody have nothing to say. Oh, baby, these lips ain't right. Now let me make sure that everything is going good with this look. I'm also going to use the same thing that I wipe my lips with on the other side to wipe this. Oh, I did already. We want to make sure that everything looks right, copacetic. This is blending good. Now we didn't have a cut crease. Remember, we just used our brown. That brown is so pretty, but something ain't right with you. You got a problem. Let me fix up this other side with the browns right here. Put a little brown over here just so I can bring her back in. Y'all, when I was on YouTube, I'm sorry, not YouTube. When I was on TikTok, somebody asked me about classes. So I will be teaching some classes probably on Saturdays of my looks and some of the tricks that I do. And if you all are interested, hit me up in my email. And the promise is that they won't be very expensive. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a class for just like the basic look, basic glam class. That's going to be my first one where we learn about contouring and we learn about, it's going to be about a 2-hour class. I'll probably do it, I don't know on what platform. It may be Zoom, it may be something else, maybe in the Facebook groups on my page. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a first class where we are talking about what colors to go together, the importance of blending, because blending, y'all, let me tell you something, you can have the baddest look. But baby, if you ain't blending, that thing gonna look so crazy. This is my blending brush. My sister-in-law gave it to me, ain't it cute? And so what I normally do is I make sure that all my stuff is in check, that I'm blended real good. Because when you look on pictures and stuff and you're not blended, it look nasty. I'm telling you, it looks so nasty. You got to make sure that you are blended literally to the makeup gods. Okay? Seriously. You got to be blended to the makeup gods. And I am. I am. So this is my little pen where I was using my brown. I am going to go in and reinforce my brown down here. So it can look a little darker. Y'all hear my nephew? He's so cute. He is amazing. He's just now starting to talk and say things, and we are just tickled at him. So I got a treat for y'all. Right here, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna put something in our eye corner, and it's going to be really cute. Okay. Out of this palette right here, this is my LA Girl Foreplay. They ought to be shaming themselves. And I am using, the thing about it though, they don't have the colors. I'm using this one. I'm going to use that pretty. That one has a real pretty golden look. I hope it shows up on me. And it doesn't. That's going to have to be something on your lid. So we're going to go in Old Faithful, the Warrior palette. The Warrior palette has a bronzy look right there. And trust me, baby, it's going to show up. What I should do, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do something that, y'all see that? Mm-hmm. Just a little peek. Now what we're going to do, y'all, with this little peek, we're going to play with it because we ain't going to just sit it right there. We're going to play with it and blend it in because we don't want to just sit it right there. I used to do this all the time when I was doing my makeup before I got real serious about makeup. I would just put a nice little peek there. Guys used to always tell me that, oh my God, my eyes were one of my assets. And so I knew I had really pretty eyes because, honey, I heard it so much. And I could see them. My eyes, I have beautiful eyes, and I thank God for that. A lot of people ask me, are you wearing contacts? No, I'm not. These are my eyes. My eyes are, it's crazy. They are brown, and then sometimes you can look at them and they're light brown, and sometimes they look, my eyes are light. Okay, oh, sometimes. All right, so once again, the palette that I used mostly was the High Maintenance Self-Love palette. You can go on highmaintenance.com and see if they have some. I believe I paid $15 for this, and it's all matte colors, and I absolutely love it. I love the black. What we're going to do now is we are going to get our eyeliner and our lashes. I am trying to see if I want fluffy or if I want, I think I'm going to go with fluffy because that's the first one I got. And I buy my eyelashes off of Amazon. Y'all, I always do my eyes. I don't do my eyeliner at the bottom, but I always do my eyes first. Whenever I do my makeup, before I put on my foundation. It used to be the other way, but now I do this way. And it just works best for me. So we have this nice little fluttery eyelash. Let me show y'all. Sorry about the long blue nails. That's a fluttery eyelash. And what I usually do is I kind of bend it on my finger like so. Like that. Just so it can be ready. I'm going to get the other one out too. And these lashes have already been worn. Yep, they have. I wear them about two. This one needs to be cut. I wear them about two, maybe three times. But every time I wear them, I wash them. Let me show you all what I wash them with. I wash them with baby shampoo. But you can also use this. This is called Dermadex. And Dermadex is a spray that you can use on your eyelids as well as eyelashes. I experienced a problem with my eyelashes, and because I experienced that problem with my eyelashes, I decided that I was going to do whatever I could to prevent from having the problem happening over and over again. So what I do is I wash them with baby shampoo, or if you don't have baby, you can use tea tree. Sometimes I use tea tree. This has tea tree in it. And after I wash them, I put this on because what that does, that's called Oust, O-U-S-T, Dermadex. All of us that have eyebrows, all of us that have eyelids, we have the Dermex. And what Dermex is a mite. All of us have it. I'm sorry to tell you, all of us have it. And what it is it eats all of the stuff off our eyelid that's not good. Sometimes the eyelid over it kind of like over gets more than enough. And when it gets more than enough, you can get a lot of problems with blepharitis. And that's what I ended up doing, is getting blepharitis. So y'all see my eye. This right here is blackout. This is a liner by Absolute Cosmetics. And I'm going to kind of make this a thick liner. I'm going fast. I'm sorry. I don't like a really long wing. I personally think I'm too old for that. Although it's cute, but I just think I'm too old for it. And it's just personal preference. If that's what you want to have a long wing, you can. Ain't nobody gonna talk about you. I know I'm not. On this side, I'm gonna do the same thing because what I do is I do my eyeliner, I allow that to dry. After that dries, I go in with my dual, uh, I go in with my dual glue and I make it happen. You know why? This one always gotta come out best. Always, always, always. I tell you. Look at this. Look how nice that little, and look at this one. I don't, like I said, I don't like long wings, so y'all probably can't even see nothing. We got that one to look like that one though. There we go. They match it. Little curl on her. There she go. So that is this Absolute Cosmetics. I only use dual glue, the purple one. I tried to use the green one with coconut oil. Not good for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, ooh, this stuff, I need to get me some more. Jesus. I'm going to put me some dual glue on here. I don't know why it's clumpy. That's nasty. I had to get that off, y'all. That's gross. Okay, and then what we do is we take the eyelash off of our finger. And I think this is right. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but there is a right and left lash. Did y'all know that? Mm-hmm, it sure is. Let me see. I don't know which one this one is. This one right here is a right here. Okay. And then I'll put the glue on the lash as well. Okay. Just a thin strip. And we're going to shake it a little bit, allow it to get a little tacky. And I'm going to get up and go see if my son can go and flip the switch, because if he flips the switch, you'll be able to see the color a lot better. I think he's woke. And the way I put on my eyelashes, I don't use tweezers, no ma'am, no sir. But I put them up here like so, and then oops, why is this glue stuck to my nail? And look at this here. That don't usually happen. And then I situate it, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna take this off because I want it more so here. And then once I get it on, I do like this and shape it the way I want it. I don't wear, yeah, girl, that's serious. I don't wear mink lashes. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I think my son is up, and I'm gonna have him go flip the switch. All right. Thank y'all for waiting for me. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And look, we have light. Y'all see that? Light. So mine, this also has light. There we go. Okay. So now y'all can really, I love that boy. He's just a wonderful child. So we can see what Carol has done. Okay. So now let me see something, because honey, I don't want to wash my face out. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead with this one here. And as I said, you see how it's still curled? Make sure, y'all, please make sure that you clean your lashes. It's vitally, I'm looking for my remote now, vitally important that you clean your lashes. Because if you don't clean those lashes, you set yourself up for a lot of, I'm telling you, blepharitis. I'm going to tell you, hold on real quick, y'all. I'm looking for my remote. I'm going to tell you about the situation with me. The situation with me wasn't that I didn't clean my lashes. Because, honey, trust and believe, I clean everything. I clean lashes. I clean my brushes every time I use them. So, yeah, I clean brushes pretty much 2 to 3 days out of the week. There it is right there. 2 to 3 days out of the week. But this is the thing. I was wearing strip lashes longer. When you wear strip lashes are only supposed to be worn one time. They're not supposed to be, now they make them now where you can wear them more than once, but you're not supposed to sleep in them. Honey, I thought I was so cute. I was sleeping in them strip lashes. I sure was, just sleeping right on in them. And so, anyway, I slept in them and I didn't have any problems. I wasn't having any problems. But one day, my eyelids started itching. And when my eyelids started itching, I didn't know exactly what was going on. And what I did is I Google everything. I Google, y'all, how to pronounce names, all kinds of stuff. I Google, honey. Google is my best friend. My friend told me there's another one that you can check out stuff too, and find stuff out. But anyway, um, I found out that my symptoms were blepharitis. So when I went to my doctor told me that I needed to go see an eye doctor. And the thing about me, y'all, if you get me in the doctor's office, you need to do everything that you need to do. You need to do X-rays. You need to do what you need to do, because guess what I'm not going to do? Come back for a while. I don't go to the doctor unless I absolutely need to, honey. I need to now, because this back right here is scrape broke, okay? Y'all see, excuse me, see how that pretty brown is in there? That brown is pretty. But what I'm noticing, because the light is on, is that the brown is more prevalent on this side. So what I'm going to do is that little beautiful brush that we had right here, we are going to go in with our high maintenance. Maybe you all can see the colors a little better too. Go in with our high maintenance and we're going to hit that brown up, okay? Because that brown, actually, let me look at this brown. That brown, I'm gonna use, is this the one? No, that's not the brown. I'm gonna use the brown here, the brown we got here in the Warrior palette. It is a little darker. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and go with this brown right here, what we've been using in the nude. And let me see, maybe you can see the color better. Can y'all see that? That's the brown we're gonna use. And I'm not gonna use a whole bunch because it's a very pigmented color. What I'm trying to do is see, you can see the brown real good over here. I'm just going over the top right here, and not even all the way. Just enough so you know that it's brown. See how I did that? Just enough so you know that it's brown. Okay? That the brown is in there. Y'all, I absolutely love doing makeup. Makeup is my therapy. Yes, in the name of Jesus, it's my therapy. I absolutely love it. I buy so much makeup, it's ridiculous, y'all. I just bought another palette off of Amazon. And it was a little cheapy palette. But it was a cheapy palette that $16 that you open up. And baby, when you open it up, why they got 4 palettes in it? When I get it, I'll show it to y'all. Yeah, when I get it, I'll show it to you. So what I'm going to do right here is just kind of blend this out. This eye is my problem eye. It doesn't look as pretty as the other one. It's just a problemed eye. So what I'm going to do with this here problemed eye, I'm going to go back with this, and where I put that gold in the corner, we're going to reinforce it right there with our problemed eye, because it just want to be disobedient. We're using this brush right here, and we are using this. There it is, out of the Warrior palette. It's called, what is that called? Dahami. Dahami, I think it is. So yeah. So that's Dahami out of the Warrior palette. Now let me tell y'all, I like makeup, period. But when I tell you the Juvia's palette has the best pigmentation, so does Plain Makeup by Yolanda. But at least with Juvia's palette, there's my husband. My husband is home. At least with the Juvia's palette, you're not spending a whole bunch of money. They ain't charging you an arm, leg, fish, and a shoe. So I'm just doing this, y'all, on here to give y'all a little understanding of what I'm trying to do. You see that? Hey there, babe. All right. Y'all see that? Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, excuse me, my Lashing Out Glam. Lashing Out Glam is also another line. It is a small black business, and they sell all kinds of makeup. I have a upper and bottom lash mascara. I don't know where my bottom lash is. I lose it all the time. It's probably in a purse. But I use the upper one, and I put on the upper one, I put it on my eyelashes, just so that my eyelashes are incorporated in with it. And sometimes I do this. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Sometimes I do this to kind of reinforce them. And this is the upper. This is a top. They call it top line mascara. They do have a bottom one as well, though. Let me see. I just wanted to come on here and do some makeup, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna do my bottom, but y'all, I'm not doing my bottom now. Now I'm gonna do face makeup. Um, and whenever I do face makeup, I move quick. I'm just telling you right now, I move quick. The reason I move so quick is because if I don't move quick, everything that I have on my face is going to dry. So just to have a little grace, I'm gonna use e.l.f. If I use Tarte, y'all would lose me. So I put a little bit here. I put a little bit here. Because honey, the way other people do this is a little bit. A little bit here, like so. I go here, I go here, and here. I also go here, 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 and yeah, that's it right there. Then I use this one. I know I look like a Indian somebody, don't I? I know I do. And then I go here with this one, and I go all the way up, okay? Supposedly, this is supposed to shape your face. I just like the way my face look when I finish. It be beat, y'all. It just be beat. That's just all to it. This right here kind of minimizes my forehead. And right here, I do this here. Okay? Y'all probably saying what? Especially men that are looking at this are probably like, oh my God, women have to go through all that. No, they don't. It's just, this is all extra. I just started doing this probably, this is all extra. Trust and believe. We don't have to do this. When we do this, it's because um, we want our face kind of snatched. And I don't do it every day. I really don't. I don't do this every day. So I'm getting a little more of this just so. My face is my favorite part because, honey, I kind of got a wide nose. I mean, that's just the truth. And once I get everything together, it kind of brings it all together. Um, yeah, right. Foundation brush. But now we have to find out what foundation we're going to use. I have a lot of different ones. But I think today I'm going to go with my new favorite, which is the Fit Me. And this is Fit Me matte poreless, very inexpensive and blends into your face like nobody's business, okay? I don't even have to use a whole bunch. And then what I'm going to do is put this little hair right here. Y'all don't look at the grays. Put that here, put that here, 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 and here. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my brush because that keeps everything fresh. You want the remote, honey? Here it is right here. Okay, now I always go with the light. So I go with the light first here. These earrings, y'all, they had leopard print. I love that's my favorite print. I bought them from a store in Georgia. And most of the time, when I buy stuff at stores in Georgia, I'm very pleased with it. Honey, why did I put these earrings on and all the leopard was coming off? I took some alcohol and wiped all the leopard off. And now I just have these earrings. Now, when I get it up top, I just add everything all together, okay? And then I start going like this, and I do my snatch here. You okay, honey? My favorite part is my nose. I love it. I love to snatch my nose. Here we go. I even use a different brush for my nose. This one, see the angle one? Now, like I told y'all, it'll dry. So what I need to do is spray my nose so I can wake up the concealer because it will dry. It dries quick. Concealer, I use e.l.f. and I use, what is it called? e.l.f. and Tarte tape, and both of them dry fairly quick. You got to move fast. If you're not trying to move fast, you're not trying to use either of those. Okay, so I got that taken care of. But one thing I've got to do is I've got to go in a little bit with this. I found this trick out by putting this under here, and it keeps my eyes set. My eyes look good for a long time when I do put the foundation under there. This is Fit Me. This is the shade 340. So if you're my complexion, you can definitely wear it. Now, see my hand? Let me see my arm. See my arm? It's not that much difference. You get right here and you make sure all of this is blended in. One of the reasons why we put our highlighter, the darker highlighter, on there. Okay? We got all that blended in, really good. We're ready. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to use powder. We need to use our powder. And I use a Fit Me finishing powder or setting powder right here. I use it. It's in the shade Deep. It says Ponce on it. I don't know if that's in Spanish or whatever, but that's what it says. I don't use a lot of this because I don't like to look cakey. So I do that. Whenever I start feeling cute, I always take my hair down. Uh-huh. So that's why the hair is down. I do that. And I kind of press it in, y'all. I like this look. This is cute. Very cute. Matches with my outfit too. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm just cute for no reason. Okay, y'all. So I did that. Got my little powder. So I'm using, that was Fit Me foundation and Fit Me powder. Okay. Now I need to do my dry contour. See this right here? This is my old one. I don't know where my new one is, but this is for here. You can put a little bit there, just before you put on your blush, a little bit, and kind of work it up, like so. And then I use this one, which is a sculpting, and I use, this is so old, y'all. I use the Devil Water, but I have a new one that I've been using. I couldn't find it, so I had to use this one. I'm sorry. It looks stank nasty, but it's clean. It's just used. Now I'll put a little bit of this just to kind of take that. I got a big forehead, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get some blush. And with the blush, this is my blush brush, really fluffy. Have y'all ever seen, I drop something every time I do a live. It never fails. So, sorry. Planet Makeup by Yolando. We have her Bloom palette. And the Bloom palette is beautiful. I'm just going to tell you right now. I got it when it was on sale. I got it for $15. So what I'm going to do with the Bloom, with this, I'm going to go in with Forest Wander. Forest Wander is a very pretty pink. It's very light. Y'all see that Forest Wander? But with every last one of these blushes, every last one, I'm going to tell y'all what I do. I always use this yellow. That yellow is why I wanted this palette. I always use this yellow. So I'm going to put the yellow on top of that Forest Wonder to kind of see if we can get something. We got something. Not as much as I really wanted. So we're going to go in with Carnation. Yeah, see, Carnation, I always do it. This is my yellow. And the yellow is called Holly Rock. Okay. Here we go. Close this up. Then, last but not least, we're going to go in with our highlighter. And my highlighter is still a highlighter. And it is called Bronze. It is very beautiful. I'll put it right here. Y'all see that? And I'll put it right here. On them cheeks, I sure do. And I'll go up. Okay, same thing here. And then I go up. And that's what I do. And I also put some here. I also put some here and here. Yes, I do. So y'all see that look that we got going on? Now, I did say last but not least, I was fibbing. This right here is my favorite, okay? I have a e.l.f. powder. I'm forever losing it. It's an e.l.f. HD powder. Get it. It's so inexpensive, like $6, but it's good for like setting. This is a banana powder for under my eyes. Banana powder for where I did all of my concealer. I'm not putting it on my nose though, because it kind of has a bronzy effect. So there that is. We're going to do our lips and then we're done. Do our lips and spray our setting spray and then we are done. The lipstick that I'm going to use, I have absolutely no idea. Now I got some new lipsticks, y'all, and I think that's what I'm gonna use. I got these from Amazon, and supposedly they're supposed to be non-stick. I don't know, but we'll see. Thank you for the likes. I greatly appreciate you. I may be going live on uh, what is it called? TikTok. Should my sister go live? I'm waiting to see my appeal from TikTok because TikTok suspended my live because I showed a Pride Pride palette, not palette, yeah, palette, and I told him it's a Pride palette. It's to each his or her own. I'm heterosexual. Bloop. And they blocked me. And they said that it was kind of like bullying. That wasn't my intent. I was just letting people know that I was heterosexual. This is pretty. And y'all know what? This wasn't very expensive, but it's velvety too. Now what I'm gonna do, because, and they're glass. Listen to this. Let's get it in. Now yesterday I did a lippy like this too, kind of nudie, but for some reason this one looks better. I think because it's with browns and stuff. Yesterday I did like a purple kind of look. Here we go. All right, y'all. Put that on. I don't know how this gonna do. I don't like that. I don't like that one. So I'm gonna use my NYX. NYX has something called Shine Out Loud right here. And the Shine Out Loud, this color is but anyway, I'll put a little bit of this on here. It's very similar. And honey, it shines out loud. So y'all, that is your sister's look, girls. So this is my look. I'm gonna spray my setting spray on it. I'm going to, ooh, that fan feels amazing. Is it cold outside, boo? It's cold. It feels amazing. I was freezing in here. And I also have this little fan right here that I use to dry my face. But that's the look, y'all. I use the Blush Nudes by Maybelline. I also use the Warrior palette and Warrior palette, Blush Nudes. What other? Oh, I use also the High Maintenance palette, Self Love, and we were able to accomplish this look. You all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.